Hey there, players of all classes. Okay, I realize I'm a little bit late for 2025 calendar. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can still get these, but I'm a little bit late. But this is Loki Battle Matz's Calendar of Many Adventures 2025. This is something that I think they do almost every year, where they release a calendar where each month in the calendar has a battle mat on it. And that means you also get a PDF that they like sort of give you some tips and tricks. I'll show you guys that later because this is digital. Obviously, it's not here. Where they give you some ideas and hooks to use with that particular mat. But I also got their dungeon gift wrap, which is literally battle mats that you can wrap people's gifts in, or you can just use them as battle mats, which is sick. And they came this year. They also had some greeting cards, which eventually I will probably send to people for some reason or another, but I just think it's so cool that there are greeting cards for your RPGs. I don't actually know what's in them either, so I think it'll be fun. I'm going to take you through all the months of the Calendar of Many Adventures before I go put it up on my wall, because even though you guys are going to see this video into 2025, I'm doing this just before 2025 so that I can get all this out of the way, and I haven't written on the calendar yet or done anything to it because I do put birthdays on calendars. So let's go through the calendar first. Oh, there's also digital copies of all the mats, just in case you wanted to do some VCT instead of physical maps. So this is January. I'm realizing now that this will be in a weird position, and I apologize for that. January's here. This one. If you go down to the bottom, though, it has RPG-related holidays. That's cute. You have a notes section here, and then there's a PDF that you can scan the QR code to access, and it tells you the name of the map. I'm not sure how these work, like if there's only one per, so that's why I'm trying to cover it, because I don't know if only one person can get them, and I haven't gone through the process of getting them because I'm unboxing it right now here with you. Oh, we got a frozen lake over here for February. This one is called On Thin Ice. I Hate Coriander Day is February 24th. Interesting. On the ice is not the greatest danger by this frozen lake. Oh no, that means there must be creatures. And for the record, the maps are all by 12. And they're on your typical 1-inch grid. We've got March's battle map. Let me get that right on the screen. March 4th is International Game Masters Day. Cool. A Perfectly Ruined Day. A story about really pushing your luck. The notes section here is smaller because I guess there's more boxes here. We got April's map. There's a nice little courtyard that you can reuse, which is cool. April 1st is Bard Appreciation Day. Wow. And this one is Raising the Family Spirits in the wake of tumultuous events. A little peace and quiet would be just the ticket. Yeah, I bet it would be. We got May. Ooh. May's secret wizard dealings. Okay, okay. And you're in a twist in time. This dungeon is oddly familiar. It feels as if you've been here so many times before. That's not good. You don't want to be stuck there. You have May the 4th be with you. And Friday the 9th is the Lost Sock Memorial Day. Is it? Is it? You have June. Oh, this is cool. I'm going to reuse this map for sure. That's a cool map for June. Not a drop to drink. Ew. June 27th is International Pineapple Day. Gross. Got July. Oh, more boats. My players will love this. They're having so much fun with boats. So much fun. But we have World Snake Day is July 16th. It's interesting. Folly of the Dread Marsh Crew. Zombies, pirates, treachery, mutiny, treasure, and a luckless crew caught up in the middle of it all. Again. Sorry, guys. August. Oh, you get to till the fields with scarecrows. I have more scarecrow minis than any normal human should have. Ew. August 8th is International Cat Day. Gross. I'm a dog guy. Thank you, International Dog Day at the bottom. The molehills have eyes. An idyllic farm and a search for a needle in a haystack. Uh-oh. September, my birthday month. What do we got going on? Oh no. That's a fairy circle if I ever saw one. September 19th is in fact Talk Like a Pirate Day, but odd goings on and suspicious mushrooms. Those mushrooms are alive, my guy. You're gonna go straight to the Feywild. We got Suspicious Shadows for October. Good. I was hoping it would be a horror themed one of some regard. There on the back of your neck tells you the dark corners of this dungeon are not empty. Oh no. November. Oh, like a straight up battle arena. Let's go. Hug a Bear Day, but don't do this. You hear me, Shin? You hear me, DM Shin? Don't do that. May I ask you a question? Rena said to make or break a challenger. Will you emerge victorious or broken? I don't know, but they got spinning spikes, so hopefully someone's gonna get knocked into them. And then we come to December, which is a nice little. It's weird that the rug's all ripped up because everything else seems pretty nice. Pretend to be a time traveler. It's December 8th. Interesting. Big Bows Up. The Festival of Bows to be held at Arcane University. Interesting. Oh, cool. I didn't realize that. Then you get a big scary dragon picture. And January 2026 is here. And it says, if you have not already ordered your next calendar, then the Dragon Rolls Initiative. Oh, it's cute. This is the first one that I've gotten, for sure, of the Calendar of Many Adventures. But if any of you have been getting these, how many years have they done these in a row? Next, we're going to take a peek at this dungeon gift wrap. It comes with cards. They're like little versions of the map. I think that all 6 of these dungeon wraps are exactly the same, so I'm not really worried about it. I just covered the QR codes. Because again, it's the first time I'm doing this. I'm just unboxing it right now. Not exactly sure how the code things work. If I only get one, I'd rather have it than someone else at this point. But they come with little cardboard tokens of what the full map is, and then that map has a QR code on it so you can download it. If I find out that anyone can use that code and download the thing no matter what, I'll probably have some way for you guys to access the QR codes. Oh, clever! That's very clever. So the back of the gift wrap has 1-inch grid. You can just use it like this. So these pieces of gift wrap, you get 6 of them, and they are 27 by 19, which is a bit weird, but hey, this is what the map looks like. And it is built so that you can see the 1-inch grid on it, like each of these squares. But this is a nice little dungeon. So you can wrap gifts with this, or you can just use this mat, or you can wrap a gift with it. That gives me an idea for a dungeon I've been wanting to work on. You can wrap a box in this and have it be a dungeon where gravity doesn't make sense. This could be how you could work out MC Escher-like dungeons. Huh. That's a good idea for me. And then finally, we come to the luxury RPG greeting card. So there are 2 different designs. I don't know if there's any words on the inside. You get 12 cards. There's 6 of each. So there's one of dice. Does it say anything on the inside? Nope, totally blank. Golden cards. You do whatever you want with these. Then, on the other side, you've got the dragon. Standing on his forge. Again, just opens. It's totally blank. You can put whatever. You could use these for whatever you want. You could use them to invite people to play D&D with you. To play another TTRPG. It's up to you. And then the envelopes are just... Oh, it's got the adhesive strips, so you don't have to lick them, which is good. There's nothing inside of them. It's just an envelope. Put your cards in. It's cool. The final piece of this is the PDFs, which are digital, so obviously I can't show them to you here on the table. I will hop over to the computer, and you guys can come with me, and we'll go check out those. I will show you at least one of the months. I don't know if I want to show you all of them, but I will show you at least one of them so you get a feel for how it works in conjunction with the battle map. You also get digital copies of all the battle maps.
And now we're back. I actually have 2 files open, as you can see from the top, because The calendar of many adventures actually comes with 2 files that are sort of important for everything that you're getting inside the package. In addition to coming with digital versions of the battle maps, you also get a set of adventures that is specifically for each of the months. So I'm only going to open up the January one, as you can see from the title, up the top of the file, because we might go over these in DM Roundtable at some point. The January adventure is called An Unquiet Night. So within these, you get a little bit of a, hey, this is what you're going to do if you haven't played 5e before. This actually might be a section, this 5e in 5 minutes, might actually be a section you want to take out and like hand to your players just in general. This could be super helpful to new players, which is awesome. Love it. Thank you. This is a whole basic adventure. You look at that map that you get for January, and it gives you the background, tells you that, hey, you can slot this in almost anywhere, or this could just be a one shot that you want to run. Important thing to mention is that each of the adventures aren't all for the same level characters, so you may need to tweak things. This one says it's for a group of 4th, 5th to 7th level adventurers, so this is not a starter one. This is, hey, you've just gotten into, or this can be the tipping point for your party to make it into tier 2. You could do this in one session, or you can make this part of a session. You can make it even smaller. But a cool thing that, I don't know, I haven't gotten any of the calendars of many adventures before, so I don't know how Loki normally does. Are they Loki or Loke? That's a good question. I didn't do that due diligence, but yeah. Naming conventions, super cool that you have bold green text for NPCs, bold red text for monsters, and special items come in bold blue. That makes this so much easier because you just look at the monster name and then you scroll down to the bottom and you're like, oh, cool, I can look this guy up. Oh, there's an item in there. Boom, I'm going to look down at the bottom for that item. Or, hey, bold green text for NPCs. There's probably a stat block later on, so we'll get to that. Cool thing is, in each of the adventures, if you do need to balance because your players aren't at the correct level, they have some tips to make it easier for lower level groups or harder for higher level groups. Again, I'm not going too deep into them, but I just want to show you that there is tons of stuff in here. If what you're looking for are 12 ready to go adventures, this is a good product for you. So it gives you background for the GM, like terminology that you might need, what you can talk about as well, which is cool. Oh, you're not exactly sure what's going on, you can just fit this in. And then if you want to start right off the bat, it has the box that a lot of the adventures for Dungeons and Dragons have, where it's like, oh, just read this box to your players to give them a feel for the setting that they are currently in. And then you really get into, this is what's happening within this adventure. This gives you a framework to fit your players into, which is super helpful. It's like background knowledge about what's going to happen here. And then this is the basic gist of, oh, this is easy peasy. This is what's going to happen here. The art for this is really, really cool. This aesthetic is great. Love it. And then you have your breakdown of the map, and then some stuff that's going to happen within it for you to understand. You even have another one of these boxes to just read out to your players if you want to, and then another version of the map with stuff on it. More ideas about the map. You can do what side the players wake up on. If, like, for some reason you wanted to spin the map, you can. It's going to be your game. No one's going to bother you for setting up the map, not exactly like up and down. Whatever, do what you want. Then you get to, oh, this is clearly like a Ghosts of Christmas Past, Present, and Future type deal sort of thing. So there's 3 of them. And come on, video game rules and TTRPG rules. Remember, it's always by 3s. Like, yeah, it's always by 3s. It's cool that they have a section here that's like, oh, in between these adventures, boom, between visitations, the sleepers awaken, and then you have these new items, which is cool. Again, no one's going to stop you from putting these items into your own games, so go right ahead. And then you have the monsters, who are the ones that, they'll be fighting your players. The art on them is different than the art from before. It's probably from different people, but yeah. You could even, if you really wanted to, I'm not saying that you have to, because these are like in orb, they're already looking like VTT tokens, you could probably just like select them and use them that way. Not where that was, just in general. You could use the snipping tool or something to make these into tabletop tokens and then shrink them down. Boom, why not? These are pretty well done stat blocks. They have a lot of abilities based in. That's cool. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Oh man, a young nightmare dragon. That's terrifying. Let's add more dragons. Awesome. And then you have the dream gangers. And that's basically what you're getting for each of the 12 months, each of those maps. There's one of these adventures baked in. Maybe at some point we will go over these in DM Roundtable, but for now I just wanted to give you like it's got a whole adventure for all 12 of those things. And if you didn't kickstart them, if you buy the physical calendar of many adventures, those QR codes will take you to DriveThruRPG and you can download these files. The cool thing is it also comes with another thing called the Game Master's Almanac for 2025, which it doesn't have full adventures, but it has little hooks that you can use, one for each month, which is super cool. They didn't have to add this. They did enough with just the adventures, but you can use these as handouts if you wanted to, or you can use them as just little things to slide into your campaign. So I'm just going to go through January here. You get a proverb. Harsh winter makes even rotten fruit taste sweet, from Granny Herbert of Gosport. You have an advertisement. I was going to say an advertisement because we're old-fashioned, but whatever. It has advertisements that you could like post on bounty boards and stuff if you wanted to use them again, which is cool. It's got an event, a witch reunion. You can craft a whole new adventure. You can craft a whole campaign out of just this. Like people getting ready for WitchCon. Let's go. And then they have a little thing about the weather. I actually had a conversation. We had a conversation during DM Roundtable a while back about how frequently none of us think of the weather, and we should have some way to do that. So this is cool that weather's there. That's great. Thanks. And then on the second page, there's another event, which if you had a good map for, this event would fit in right away. You'd be like, oh, this could be an adventure hook. Go there. This could be the start of your campaign. This makes a lot of sense to be the start of the campaign. Like all your players read that. If you started in some place that was near like a mining area. And then you have advice. Note from the Undertakers. This one is crazy to me. Like bury your dead with a weapon this month because doppelganger worms may try to like take on their form by reviving their flesh. That's a whole creature and a whole disease outbreak thing that you can add to your campaign, which is so cool. Love that. We're going to go up to the advice column. This just helps fill in the world, this advice. Like, what should your players be doing in character? What are these farmers going to have to deal with? That's cool. It's just thrown in there like, bam. This could also be its own thing. Like, we got to make sure that the crops don't go bad. And then you have your prediction. The portents point us to a long winter ahead. Could this be the year that the sun turns black as promised by the drawings of the caves of Goss? That's a whole campaign hook. That's not even an adventure hook. That's so cool. And then there's a whole new set of them for every month of the year, which is super cool. That was everything in the Calendar of Many Adventures 2025 from Loki. I've been pronouncing it Loki, but if it's Loke, please someone in the comments let me know, because there's plenty of supplements for TTRPGs or 5e specifically from this company, and probably I'll show off some more of them in the future. If you need an easy way to have 12 new adventures, a new adventure a month, or like a new one-shot every month for your group to go through, or maybe you're running for multiple groups and you just need something to work with and you're strapped for ideas for some reason, even though there's so many out there. This is a good way to do it because you're going to look at it every day if you have your calendar on display. And then you're like, oh yeah, I have a battle map. Oh yeah. Even if you didn't do the Kickstarter, you still get access to each of the 12 adventures plus the Almanac just for buying the physical calendar, and then you can go to the QR code and get your stuff off of DriveThruRPG. There are battle maps, like digital files, that are included if you don't run a physical game, but there are no VTT tokens. So what I had said before, where you can just, you can just take the token right out of the. I don't think all of the creatures have an icon, but the ones that do, you can be like, whoop, this is mine now. Slap it, make it a bit smaller, slap it in your VTT of choice, and you're pretty set. You're pretty good to go. And that's about it, players of all classes. If you liked what you saw, leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, sub. And I will see you all in the next one. If you would like to support me monetarily, not forcing anybody to, but you totally can if you want to, you can become a YouTube member. You can become a patron on Patreon. You can even join the free tier on Patreon and then get access to all the free posts, but also notified when something else is happening. So you can keep on the up and up with what we're doing here, both as part of DM Roundtable and just for me. Or in addition, or in opposition to any of those, depends on how you look at it, you could check the links in the description below for the link to our Redbubble shop where we have merch for lots of stuff that we've talked about on DM Roundtable, but now there's also class-based for D&D merchandise designs that you can put on whatever you want: shirts, mouse pads, play mats, notebooks, drawstring bags, pretty much anything you want you can get stuff for there. And there's stuff that just is related to the channel in general. Pretty much all courtesy of DM Lakara, so give her a shout when you can. And thank you for letting me do this and for listening as long as you have. I appreciate it. Bye, everyone.